Third day, we visited Edinburgh in Scotland. It is the capital city of Scotland, and it is famous for Royal Mile, Edinburgh Castle, National Museum, to name a few. We took a hop on hop off bus and visited some of the landmarks. We saw some of the landmarks, so you can enjoy all of that.
We are in the port, Edinburgh, and it's ready to go out on an excursion in about 45 minutes. And this is the view from the port, and it's mostly cloudy. Temperature is 11 degrees Celsius, 50 plus Fahrenheit, and there's a bridge down there, and that's the bridge from the balcony here. There are some birds here. Sunrise.
A small transfer boat took us from the ship to Edinburgh city. On the way, we could see a lot of historical places and natural sceneries.
We are now ready to go for the excursion here. And then we go. Come in. Pied Piper. Everybody from the gang. Getting ready for our excursion. So once the boat is full, we're on the way to the easy Edinburgh. Harbour Seal, I think.
Hear 7 loud blasts from the ship's horn. Simply return to us at the main camp. We wait for any further instructions to be given. That's 7 loud blasts of the ship's horn.
Yeah, Harbour Seal.
Wait on further instructions. You are free to move around the inside and the fore and aft decks of the ship, but never forget, we are on water, and even on the calmest of days, the boat may move up or down or sideways, and it's never when you expect it.
Okay.
You will find toilets at the back of this ship as you visit the Bell Bar. The Bell Bar is located below deck.
Oh wow, there's another bridge for the train. Beautiful.
Look at nice view of the ship.
You got to take that shot there, on the back. On the back, yeah. They have another bridge for the ferry.
The original bridge, but it had concrete cancer, so they were going to have to repair it.
Oh.
But they put the new one in,
Mm-hmm.
and they're using that. But the one that's in between, the middle one, I don't think they're using it because they had to repair all the.
Oh.
It's going to fall down. Been good.
Before the rail bridge in 1806, there were excavations dug in an attempt to build a tunnel underneath the river to make it passable. They were abandoned, but in the year 1850, an engineer built the world's first floating railway line further out, just past Inchcombe Island, linking up the two mainlands. His name? Thomas Bodge. He built the floating railway ferry, but more importantly, he was the designer of the very first fourth rail bridge. And I say the first because there are actually 2 fourth rail bridges. Whilst building his bridge in 1879, all of a sudden work was ordered to stop. But why? If you make a bad job of something, you would say, I've made a right old botch of that, a botched job. The rail bridge was formally completed on the 4th of March 1890, when His Royal Highness Edward, Prince of Wales, tapped into place the traditional golden ribbon. the last rivet of over 7.5 million rivets used. 57 men lost their lives building the Force Rail Bridge. Men who had come from all corners of the world: Canada, America, Holland and Hungary. It was the largest civil engineering structure achieved during the 19th century and probably only made in the 1600s. The English, Oliver Cromwell, he'd taken control of Edinburgh. He was advancing his troops throughout Scotland. He was aiming for Stirling Castle. He already had Tantallon Castle at Dunbar, Blackness Castle upstream, and Inchgarvie Castle here he took on the 17th day of July, 1651. At this point in the river, in the space of 2 days, over 4,000 English troops crossed to North Queensferry alive as 9 German planes approached. It turns out the target was actually the Royal Navy fleet and the base at Rosyth.
Oh, you can ring the bell. There we go. Yeah, I'm taking the video. Thank you. Alright, traditional Scottish. போய் நில்லு நடுவில் நில்லு got it, yeah. Hey, we are now we missed our easy Edinburgh tour and now we are doing the Edinburgh on our own. So we are on a city center bus. Then we take the double-decker bus and then everything is double-decker. Then do a hop-on, hop-off green bus. Again, that's a double-decker, so it's about an hour and a half on that. You don't get down. So it takes about half an hour to the city center. There's some fields here. Nice. Alright, we'll catch you halfway through. Oh, there's a raven. Wrong side of the road. Oh, okay, let's say English. British system, like 16 countries follow that.
First time I'm sitting in a double-decker.
Yeah, I did that in Bombay several years. பின்னாடி போயிட்டு வருது தமிழ் மக்களே சான்ஸே இல்லை எடின்பர்க் பியூட்டிஃபுல்லாக இருக்குது இன்னும் வருவோம் There's a highway there. Here is the highway. I don't know why they didn't wait because our boat was circling for 15 minutes before they could dock because there was the other one that didn't leave. Sheeps. And the birds, seagull. There we go. Nice. Nice villa, like beautiful. You highly priced there.
X99 will run at frequent intervals throughout the day, getting back to Hawes Pier
little houses.
അവിടെ കേൾക്കണം എനിക്ക് ഗ്രീൻ ബസ് പറയുന്നത്
இருந்துட்டே இருக்குது அது பாரு. Nice. Yeah, they have the apartments or townhouse kind of settings. Another castle, some. Yeah. Looks like townhouses.
Bus tours and get a unique view of Scotland's capital from the top deck, and enjoy sights such as Edinburgh Castle, the Palace of Holyrood House and the Royal Botanic Gardens. Just ask your driver or one of our waiting guides for more information.
So we are getting close to the city center. And from there, there's some gardens, and then Princess Garden, and then there's that hop-off bus that we need to take. It's a green bus. Some castle there, up above. The bird's so high, like so. Get the good view of the castle, I guess. It's the tram. think we'll do that in the hop on, hop off city tour. Hey, there goes the tram, man. Trammy tram. Running on electric. Lots of castles and castles, man. Like, and that's probably the Garden Princess. Not sure. That's the one, or this is the Princess Garden, I guess. It's almost there in the city center. City center. I think the Princess Garden is on that side, and okay. City sightseeing tour. It says Jenner's. Oh, there we go, guys. This is the hop on, hop off Edinburgh tour. Here we hop. All right. Thank you for letting. If you want to, otherwise you just go. Hello. Morning. Hello.
Well, good morning. You will still have time to do a tour tomorrow morning. It rolls over to the next day, 24 hours from the time of purchase. So if you bought it at, say, £9, something like that,
£12.
you will
Take this bus for an hour and 10 minutes.
You can squeeze in another
The ticket is valid for an
There
hour.
is something else to mention though. If you have got the 24-hour ticket for the green bus, and you use it today, if you manage to find a ticket seller before it expires tomorrow morning, you can upgrade it for your photographs. As long as we are stationary, I don't mind that, but as soon as we start moving, if you sit down again. That just about covers everything. First bus morning, 4 minutes past. Yeah, I think we're not too bad. And finally, no, 1437. 1436. James II made Edinburgh his capital. 1460, his son James III decided that we should defend the old town of Edinburgh by flooding.
Just got down here.
Now this valley
The South St. Andrew Street. Black Sheep Coffee, McDonald's. Oh no, not that, the other one.
A volcano and left us with 3 vents: Castle Rock, Attersea and the Clocken Hill. So that the
It's a bumpy road.
Castle Rock is actually a 350 million year old volcanic
This is the street.
rock.
Jenner's.
Before we do more about the history of Edinburgh, I do want to mention this structure here. At one time, it was the tallest monument to a writer in the world. Now there is a taller one to an essayist and a poet in Cuba, in Havana, This is still the tallest monument to an otter in the world. The Scott Monument. It's dedicated to the man you see in the base of the monument. Sir Walter Scott. He was born in Edinburgh in 1771.
We have it in India, man, tallest.
But he was also a novelist. In fact,
So
people
popular.
have said that he was the first international best-selling author in the world. The monument is 200 feet and 6 inches tall. It was designed by an architect called George Nicol and it was paid for by the public. Public subscription paid for that monument. Just coming up, you have two art galleries, and at the top of the hill, the new College of Edinburgh University.
Oh.
Yeah, the galleries and the college were designed by one single architect, a man called Henry Beckett. The two galleries are two of the 5 galleries that form the National Galleries of Scotland. We have the National Portrait Gallery in Queen Street and 2 modern art galleries in the Dean area of the city. And it means a fortress on the hill. And that's where the New Zealand. So it actually means a fortress on the hill, and that's a fortress. There is evidence of people living up on that rock dating back to the late Bronze, early Iron Age, 700 CE. And it's been continually living ever since.
This is the newer.
One of the oldest continually inhabited sites in Great Britain.
That's a castle there.
Of course, it developed over the years, and as time went by, Edinburgh started to develop down the slope. As I say, that whole topography was created by a glacier. Geologists have a special name for that formation, and you can see them all over the world. It's very unusual to find a city on one, but you can see them all over the world, and it's called a crag. And in the middle of the 18th century, 1767, that area behind us was described as overcrowded, disease-ridden slum. 14-storey buildings made of wood in some cases. Thatched roofs, narrow streets so narrow you can spread your arms and touch both sides at the same time. You know, only was disease-ridden, it was a fire trap, and it was a populated place. It was a dreadful place to live. And so in 1767, they started developing. Horses, you can't maneuver, you can't make a horse go backwards unless it's specially trained. Not just any school, one of the most expensive schools in Scotland, possibly Britain. There are 1 or 2 more expensive. That one is very expensive. And it's also a school for wizards. That's Hogwarts. Give you an idea how expensive civil engineering, and a couple of years ago he was invited to address a delegation from the United Nations and the Nigerian government on plans to clear up the Niger Delta, one of those big places in there. It's just done really well. Now, I did say there was 1 or 2 more expensive schools in the area, and there is one in Edinburgh. It's called the Melville College, and our former Prime Minister Tony Blair. And today, my younger son, I'll tell you about that in seconds, but we're going to talk about Edinburgh Castle. There it is up there in the rock. The rock itself is basalt.
Yeah.
It's one of the materials identified by a man called James Hutton, said to be the father of the science of geology. As I say, inhabited since 700 BCE. There is a poem in Brythonic, the ancient Welsh language, which talks about a time called the the well-to-do living up there, about 700 AD. We have the 15th and 16th century Great Hall, the Crown Room, the Royal Apartments. I'm going to tell you about another birth. A young soldier who came from the north of Scotland, a Gaelic speaker, joined the British Army and was in the 77th Regiment of Foot, as it was known then. And in 1877, he was stationed in Edinburgh Castle. He was there in married quarters
Up the
with
hill.
his wife. And while they are staying there, they had a daughter, Jessie Ferguson. But Jessie Ferguson didn't grow up to be a great artist or a great doctor or a scientist or anything like that. She wasn't particularly famous in anything. Anyone leaving for the castle, by the way? Yeah. Okay, so, yeah. Jessie Ferguson was not a famous artist or anything like that. So why would I mention her on this tour? Simply because Jessie Ferguson was my grandmother. Not many people can say that Granny was born in Edinburgh Castle. Now, I sometimes refer to Edinburgh as a Jekyll and Hyde city. 11 months of the year.
Scotch whiskey experience,
11
camera,
months of the year,
world
we're
of
Presbyterian,
town.
quite straight ways, we just go about our business. We do have a nightlife, but it's nothing outrageous, it just goes, we just go with the flow. And then August comes, and the place goes mental.
Oh.
But why use the phrase Jekyll and Hyde? Well, just round the corner lived a man called William Brodie, Deacon William Brodie. And he was a fantastic guy. He was a city councillor. He was by far, I don't think we're going to hit
The
him.
roads, cobblestones,
He was by far the city's best
bumpy road,
cabinet.
because of the cobblestone.
And he was a great locksmith as well, very, very talented. He was the deacon of the Guild of Wrights and Masons. That basically means you take all the building trades, put them together in a guild, and you elect a president. And that was the deacon, and that was the one. That gave him a seat on the council. Very, very well respected, gave to charities, went to church, everybody liked him. The problem with Brodie was it was very, very expensive. And a quick look to your right,
It's all old
Deacon's House.
castles.
Just slightly behind you, Deacon's House Cafe. That's referred to that as St Giles Cathedral. I mentioned the bishop wars earlier on. That was the thing. We did not want bishops, and we still do not have bishops in the Presbyterian Church. The bishop, right. Yeah. Okay, so this is the next stop. This is for the National Museum of Scotland. There it is over on the side. Now, the original building, the older part, was opened in about 1866. In about 2008, they started rearranging the museums, and they brought together 3 or 4 collections into this building. And the paintings that were in here went paleontology, dinosaur skeleton, and Doleology.
Lots of this old building.
What the hell is Doleology?
All looks the same.
The first ever clone mammal in the world, she's in there. It has since become the royal residence in Scotland. It's out as a present for James I's new wife. They were married in 1503. He married
Passing
the
clouds.
sister of Henry VIII of England. So every monarch of Scotland, and with a few exceptions, every monarch of Great Britain has spent time in that building. Big Queen of Scots behind us. Don't turn round, you. We're actually going into the courtyard. It's called our dynamic air. The Big Bang, the birth of the universe and things like that. And one of the people that honours is a man who lived and worked in this part of Scotland called James Hutton. And up in these cliffs, Salisbury Crags, he laid out the foundations of the modern science of geology.
Oh.
Now up until Hutton came along, the church said that the earth was created in 4004 BC. Hutton said it was 700 million years ago. Not quite accurate, but a decent step in the right direction. It's a wonderful tourist attraction, but in the winter when tourist levels fall, whenever tourists free, we always have tourists.
Dynamic earth.
We've got this festival in Scotland. And so we joined England and Wales in 1707. We signed a document called the Act of Union. In 1999, the new Parliament building designed by Edinburgh was opened in 2000. When people talk about being against Scottish independence, they talk about trying to save the Union. It's the old town.
Okay.
And we're going to start making our way back to the end of Scotland. The first monarch to visit Scotland for over 200 years. William and Mary after the Glorious Revolution, Queen Anne and George I looked up, never bothered to leave London, never went to Scotland.
Guys, it's raining.
There is water, you've got a well up in the castle, there's no source of water there. In medieval warfare, you could survive for many months on a handful of oats a day, but you need water. And that's the reason. That's the back of the Canongate Kirk that I mentioned. Anyone heard of Adam Smith? The man who is responsible for the science of economics. Wrote a book called The Wealth of Nations. He's actually buried in there. That is the official reason. There are other reasons there on
Train station.
Can I just say a big thank you to Andy, our driver. As I say, at the start, I've known Andy for many, many years. One of our most experienced drivers. And they are all fantastic. The men and women that drive these buses round the old town. Nothing crazy happening with us. Thank you for visiting Edinburgh. I hope you...
இப்போ இல்லை ரெட்டில் இருக்கே பஸ் அங்கெல்லாம் வருது இல்லை அழகாக இங்கேயே இது பண்ணுறாங்க they are just selling not yet green but the green bus is there so that's the bus we took, the green bus. $360. day 3 at the port, Edinburgh. So the dining hall is closed, so only the little market is open, and now it's the distant lands beyond. Yeah. Okay.
And what do you mix that with?
Oh, this one is there. It's without. And hey guys, nobody's there. We went to the dining, but they said like, oh, the port closed. Go to Lido.
And it's all yours today.
Yeah, I know. Everywhere. We can just sleep and eat. Yeah. Oops, Wild Harvest is closed. Okay. Some of them are closed because not too many people. Surface, yeah. Closed. Cookie section. Hello. Yeah, we are back. And the pastry section here. Alright, here we go. Looks like it's pie and then chocolate and what. There's many because not so many people here. Rice and sunshine, provide.
Anything else for the some carrots?
Homestead.
Fruit salad.
Yeah, I think it's the bread. Bread roll, beautiful. Wow. I guess this is the Wild Harvest. Oh yeah. Wild Harvest, where you can make your own. Day 3. Hello. This is the roasting pan. You get roasted. Roasting pan, and there's the menu. Super. Yep, look at that. Distant land, wow. Sushi. Distant land. This is where we had that walk. You can make nice. Okay, from the Lido market, fruits, salad, pasta. This is like pasta, faster. And and then cheesecake and should be tiramisu. You can tell by the look of it, they have it. Different. Our deck. I think the cruise has turned around, and because in the morning, I had to look the other way, peep in, where half of the bridge was visible. Now it's right from our balcony. You can see the entire bridge. Yeah, that's right. We left 5:30, everyone was aboard, and 6 o'clock started moving out. And now the next Edinburgh is bye-bye, and then tomorrow is it's an island, Lerwick, I think.
And the Royal Mile is in fact not a mile long. The Royal Mile is Edinburgh's main street, and it's stretching from one extreme to the other. But it's not actually a mile, it's 1 mile and 107 yards to be exact. And the Scots refer to this as a Scottish mile.
That's the bridge that where we were in top. Straight from our balcony. It's a lighthouse island. Right. The entire setup of the dining hall where we are sitting. Shaban. Day 3 dinner menu. Don't know what we ordered yesterday, so like it's all vegetarian. Here we go.
Taco.
There's on taco something, and then tomato soup.
With veg meatballs.
Oh yeah, this is that. Yeah. Oh, I think we have that. One of them is with that Beyond Meat. Baby beet salad. We have to look at the. This is all vegetarian. And then again. Udon something.
Noodles.
Yeah. And then the sauce.
And tempura.
Tempura, that is okay. They have tempura.
What is this?
That must be the hazelnut. 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 Hazelnut mousse cake.